Okay, I'd like to welcome y'all to HRN, Harvest to Harvest, and today we're doing dehydrating. Dehydrating is a very good way to get all the nutrition out of your food in a very small space. Dehydrating is one of the oldest methods of preserving your food to civilization. And it started way before, but in 1795, the French developed the first dehydrator. And it was big under World War I when they had victory gardens. And in World War II, dried food made a good bit of the portion of nutritional supplies that were shipped abroad. But in 1930, in the Great Depression, people couldn't buy the lids, the jars, the things that went up. So drying was the way to do it. Dried food takes up less space. 60 tomatoes will fit in a quart-sized jar. And food dehydration can be defined as a process of inactivating enzymes or removing water from food to a point at which bacteria and other spoilage microorganisms are inhibited from growing. Properly dehydrated or dried food can last for months or years without refrigeration. Now, the higher your temperature, the more nutrition you lose. It doesn't matter what it is. So, today we're going to do onions, and it is one of the simplest things, and it sits in a jar. And today, these I've already chopped. These are just, you find a good deal at the grocery store, buy bags of them. And you can chop them up, and what we're going to do is use this dehydrator. It is an Excalibur, but you can use any dehydrator, and it will work great. Now, this one, normally you can put different things in the shelves, and the flavors will not mix, but not with onions or garlic. Anything with a very, very strong flavor, it's hard, and the other thing will pick up the smell, and you don't want that. So this is going to be strictly just onions. So I've got them chopped, and we're going to spill it out on there. Now, this was a quart jar, pretty full. And you spread it out really thin. And that's all there is to it. And it's going to look just like that. And then we're going to put it back in here. And normally, you can fill all of them up. The reason the dehydrator is outside today is your house will smell like onions. It will bring all the aroma in, but it also brings the burning of the eyes and all the others. So onions, garlic, all of them are done outside. Close it up. And then you're going to turn it on. Turn it to the vegetable. At about 125. And it'll sit there for hopefully 6 hours. It also has to depend on the moisture in your area, the heat and the moisture. For us in the South, we are now at 81% humidity. Should take only 6 hours. However, with our humidity, it is going to take longer today, but it should be done before nighttime. All right. So what I'd like to do is just really show you what can be done. Those onions, when they're finished, are going to look just like that. You can rehydrate them just like this. You can put water on them, let them soak, or you can throw them in soup. You can throw them in something, and the juice of whatever you're putting in them will hydrate. Or you can put it through a food processor, a really good blender, or the best would be like a little coffee mill, and you can make your own onion powder. And that's what it looks like when you get it completely done. Now, these are potatoes. We did not grow them, but you can get them at the store. This is just, you can make scalloped potatoes out of these or whatever, but they're just sitting there waiting for you to use. They're thinly sliced. Now, I do vacuum seal all mine. because of our humidity here. These are peas. These have been blanched and dried and stuck in a jar. They are vacuum sealed, and they'll sit there until I'm ready to use them. And they will cook up really quickly. Now these are what we have as satsumas. They're like an orange. They have an orange taste, but you can do so much with them. You can stick them in a glass of water. You can stick them in your tea. You can put them on if you have a heater. You can make potpourri with it. There's so much you can do with these. And maybe your neighbor has one, or you could find someone that does have them. If you're fortunate enough and you can get your hands on apples, you can dehydrate apples for a snack. These I bought, but apples don't really grow really well in the South. So those are one of the things we usually have to buy. But these you can rehydrate and make stewed apples. You can make fried apple pies, or you can eat them just the way they are.